to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really want to be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Shark's got it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And this was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Lions, touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there. Forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions at 7-1 now on the year, and they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Fournette once more on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together, first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That is his 951st NFL reception. So 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind going across the middle and making big-time catches.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion comes the tight end left. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty win because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously got to carry the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, weeks in a season. It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll drop to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Here we go. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No push for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in the NFL. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And tough sledding. Going to get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 27. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, this is Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll set up to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Darius Slayton, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They go play action here on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by a V2 Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, there's something special about those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
He's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles. They picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside,